Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana. It's remaining about 5 days to Azimio's mega demonstrations in the city Nairobi. And even before the D-Day, Azimio supporters and other Kenyans across the country and outside the country are showing signs they are ready and eagerly waiting for the D-Day. Some are even seen rehearsing on how they will handle themselves on the demonstration day. In this video, I want us to have a look at some few clips. For the clips are going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion right now. Have a look at this before we proceed. Zakayo must go. That's basically what the Mzungu lady is saying. That confirms that Kenyans, and in this case, maybe non-Kenyans, are eagerly waiting for William Ruto to quit. He must go. Let's also listen to other Kenyans as they rehearse on how they will handle themselves on Monday. Have a look at this.
Habari yako umesinaje fuande hatuogopi haya unaweza rusha moja unaweza rusha dawa yao matiagas dawa yao venye mnasikia wa Kenya, maandamano bila tiaga sio maandamano, na tuko ready kufanya kazi na hiyo tiaga. Tutakuwa na mawe, wakisema tunajibu, wakirusha tunajibu, wakisutua tunasutua, wakiongea tunaongea. We are not fearing ingine. Hatuogopi UDA, hatuogopi hiyo serikali. Na Ruto ajua ashini Nebukadneza. Na waambie Ruto ashini Nebukadneza.
Yes. What does all that mean? The first thing coming out very clearly, Kenyans are tired, fed up with William Ruto's government. They are ready to go to extreme lengths in making sure William Ruto quits. And that's why you are seeing they are even rehearsing on how they will deal with the police. They no longer fear the police. And even if William Ruto was to unleash the army on them, they are ready and prepared. That's what I'm seeing here. And truth be said, William Ruto has already made enough blunders. William Ruto need not to make any more blunders. The blunders he has already made are enough. We are seeing a very tribal government. A government appointing only 2 communities in the government. A government where the top leadership is making it very clear that this is a shareholding company. If you never supported the government, then forget about government jobs and services. While at the same time, Kenyans across the board even those who never voted for that government are paying taxes. We are seeing corruption in the government, where corrupt individuals, their corruption cases are being dropped for them to serve in government. We are seeing unnecessary positions being created in this government. The office of the second lady, the office of the prime minister's wife, the prime cabinet secretary's wife. All these are positions that are unnecessary. We are seeing CAS offices being created. All these are just adding to the government's expenditure. And that, in one way or the other, goes on to burden Kenyans more, in that they're being heavily taxed to maintain those offices. So basically, Kenyans have a lot of bones to pick with William Ruto's government, and they are ready, willing, and eagerly waiting for the day to show William Ruto that Kenya is not his. Besides that, those rehearsals and antics by Kenyans who are protesting against William Ruto's government also helps in building momentum for Monday's mass action. And it's interesting that some few hours ago, the National Council of Churches of Kenya issued a press statement where they threw their weight behind the demonstrations. Though that's an analysis we will do in our next video. But just listen briefly to the church leaders.
It's unacceptable that the government of the day appears helpless even as the cost of basic commodities continue to rise exponentially. Commodities such as unga, petrol, cooking oil, and bread have all increased in prices in recent months, ranging from 20 to 40%. As a result of this, we urge Parliament and the National Executive to take immediate action not only to reduce the cost of these prices, but also to stabilize prices of essential goods which ordinary citizens rely on. These demonstrations we are witnessing from Azimio actually is a way of protesting against what is happening, against exclusivity that we are witnessing in this country, whereby two communities, so to speak, tend to control everything, all the appointments we have in this country. Whereas when it comes to taxation, all of us, we pay taxes. Even those who did not vote for the government, they pay taxes. So we are calling for mutual understanding of the pains that Kenyans undergo. It's not a question of favor. No, we are not seeking for any favor, but we are seeking for mutual respect of each other's view. So we are calling for dialogue and mediation processes to be adhered to.
That's the church's umbrella body. And you are seeing clearly that even the church is losing patience with William Ruto. And if you look on how William Ruto campaigned, the church was the integral part of William Ruto's campaigns. Even the church itself is now waking up to reality that things are not moving on as they should. And they are also throwing their weight behind the demonstrations. So all that, in fact, just adds weight on the Monday's planned demonstrations that will be staged in Nairobi and in other parts of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, from the look of things, Kenyans are tired of a William Ruto's government. Any leader, any event, any occasion that will help in kicking William Ruto out of office, Kenyans most definitely will be the happiest in the world. People are just tired of such kind of a tribal government. And the truth be said, this government might go down in history as a one-term government. The worst government Kenya has ever had since independence. A government where the top leaders in government are very clueless on governance. We are seeing leaders who are not yet ready, not mature to be national leaders. William Ruto, calling himself the president, is expected to be the symbol of national unity. But from what we are seeing a very divisive president. A president actually stereotyping against some other Kenyan communities. Just some few days ago, William Ruto was branding Raila Odinga, yule jamaa wa kung'oa reli, yule jamaa wa kurusha mawe. And I've always maintained here that it's not Raila Odinga William Ruto has been attacking by calling him jamaa wa kung'oa reli ama kutupa mawe. He has been stereotyping on Raila supporters. That's a very divisive president. A president who cannot bring Kenyans together, but is just helping in dividing Kenyans more. And that's why I strongly believe, and I'm saying this without fear of contradiction or without taking sides at all. Any person, any leader supporting this government, that's a leader or a person who does not have the best interest of the country at heart. That's somebody may be benefiting from that kind of a regime, rather from the regime, because obviously the government is getting it completely wrong. The elected leaders have all been compromised. Instead of the elected leaders representing their people, they are representing their own interests and the interest of a regime, clearly oppressing the hustlers. Yes, let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. But even before I stop, in case you have not yet subscribe, give this video a like, and by subscribing, you are just staying tuned for our next videos. And to any other person who want to support our forum, because some of you have also been asking for that, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel your support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.